Good morning. My name is Sean Simons and I have not eaten since last year. We are going to be doing some exercise by hiking up Pinnacle Mountain. So today we're taking the base trail from the front all the way around to the back, then up the back and down the front to where we parked. But during this time, I'm going to be telling you about how I've been feeling over the last 16 days of doing this fast. My first fast was about 6 days, about almost 6 months ago, believe it or not. And it was pretty difficult around the end of that 6th day where I had to break it. However, when I wanted to break that fast, I searched online how to break a water fast, and then that's when I got into the ketogenics diet. Over the course of the first month of doing the ketogenics diet, I noticed that there was a recurring theme. No sugar, low carbs, and no processed carbs. And I was thinking, what if I just take off all sugar and all carbs? And then I looked and checked, and we have 0 essential needs for carbs, where we do have essential needs for fats and proteins. So I was thinking, I'll just take it all out. My diet was a very high fat diet. I mean, it was crazy. Any other time in my life, if I ate something like that, I would have gained 1,000,000 pounds, right? However, I was dropping weight left and right, and I was just so impressed. I mean, really, how do you lose weight eating fat that goes against everything I've learned my entire life? Well, that led me up to just not eating for 24 hours one day, and I didn't even realize it because my body was actually fat adapted, and it was eating my body fat. I was like, what? And then I thought, well, if I could go 24 hours, how about 48? And it was extremely easy. And the only reason why I broke it is because, well, my wife wanted steak that night, so I'm like, well, steak is keto. I'll just break my 48 hours fast with keto, and I was fine. And then I learned about dry fasting. No food or water. I'm like, that sounds completely insane. Let's try it. And I did. And I went 6 days, and I felt perfectly fine. And I wanted steak, and I broke them fast. So over this last 5, almost 6 months, I've been doing intermittent fasting, 1 meal a day, water fasting, bone broth fasting, and even dry fasting, and I felt amazing. So I'm like, why don't I do 100 days and see what happens? Well, the first 10 days were absolutely amazing. I mean, water only, I felt amazing. I felt better than I ever have. My eyes, I could see so much better, didn't need my glasses, and I felt very sharp. It was just very euphoric. And of course, I was so happy and proud. I posted on some different medias, including some other fasting communities. Man, I got blasted for only drinking water on my fast. How would you like to do something, feel amazing, lose a bunch of weight, and people sending you death threats because you're going to kill yourself? Now, does that make sense at all? You're going to kill yourself, and they send me death threats. People. So I took their advice because they advise supplements, electrolytes, which is salts, and bone broth to continue this, trying to get away from the death threats because that was kind of unnerving. The weight loss slowed down. I started feeling tired and all around miserable. Like, how can eating make you feel miserable and water fasting make you feel amazing? I just didn't get that. Hey buddy, how is this? He goes, rough. What's on the tree? He says bark. What's on the house? He says roof. More and more steep, but I know I can do it. I figure with the extra calories I'm getting from bone broth, I will have enough calories to do this and build up my muscle while losing my body fat, but still not eating. That's pretty crazy. I can really still say that I haven't eaten since last year. Last meal was 5 days after Christmas. So, you know, right on the tail edge of 2018, but it still sounds cool. Last year this time I was recovering from open heart surgery. They repaired a mitral valve in a ascending aorta root. Nobody knows why it happened, but I'm so glad that we have the technology to fix it, make it better. I am the $6 million man. I have read many books on fasting and really have been preparing for the last almost 6 months to do this 100 days of fasting. And I'm sure that I'll be perfectly fine. And once again, if I feel unwell, I can always break the fast with something. Now I can break it with bone broth. So I'm not just water fasting, I'm bone broth fasting. So there's really no need to break this. I mean, I know that I will go 100 days because if I get hungry, bone broth has enough calories to keep me going. But as most of you know, every meal that I skip, I am giving it to the homeless. I am volunteering my time to help churches and other organizations. Matter of fact, tomorrow is Wednesday, and I get to help doing a outreach, homeless outreach 2019. I'll be posting more about that tomorrow for sure. In case you did not know, this is my dog Buddy, a rescue pup that we got this June. It's about 6 months ago or so, and he should have called him Billy because he's a billy goat dog. I mean, he just runs up this mountain like it's no problem. So things I wish I knew before I started this fasting journey is that it's like Fight Club. You don't talk about Fight Club. You don't talk about Fasting Club either. So if you start doing a fast, by all means, don't tell anybody. You can so easily do it by yourself. If somebody offers you food, you just say that you're full or you ate a little while ago or whatever excuse you want to give. And just don't talk about fast. Man, if I was any other person, I would have stopped a long time ago and felt awful and ashamed. However, I think that a lot of people just are misinformed. Before Brian left, we did a quick video, so check this out. Hey, hello everyone, welcome. This is me in my really tight shirt. This is him in his tight jacket. Yeah. By the end of our 100 days of fasting, which is going to be on April 10th, the next weekend we're going to get together and we're going to see if he looks thinner than this and I fit better in this shirt. Obviously, I'm not quite there yet. I mean, there's lots of goop around me. It's pretty darn tight. How about you, Brain?
I'm busting at the seams.
You're busting at the seams?
That's my old military.
Can you bend over or it'll pop open?
That right there.
That's it?
That's super tight. I'll rip it if I do that.
Really? Okay. So this is our before. This is our before.
I have no give at all. None.
And you can tell how skin tight this is. And I want this to be able to drape. So this is our before. Turn sideways. To the other side. And turn side. And turn back.
Back.
And turn this way. And turn this way. And we're going to see what we look like in about, 3 months?
Yep.
See you there.
See ya.
Holy tamale, folks. I made it to the top of the mountain. It took me forever, but I made it. First time in a very long time. First time this year, right? Once again, thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow. Oh, the dangerous part. Hiking down the ridge. You slip, you die. So, lots of fun, scary stuff. Dog don't care. He's my little billy goat dog. Woohoo! Oh man, that was rough. It is 10:07 now. I was expecting to be done a lot earlier. Anyway, thank you for watching. Here's my Fitbit information. 57 floors and over 4 miles.